Well, hi there, Pisces. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and of course, Lady J's tarot readings, pirate tarot readings. You'll be the first to know when I settle on a name, all right? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate being able to, your energy is important for what I do, and I read for you to help you know what's coming and be able to make adjustments, all right? Excellent. So let's talk about January. January is going to have 5 weeks in it. So we'll have the 5 columns and the 3 rows of cards. And we'll be going from December 31st to February 3rd. And there were technical difficulties. So I actually have pulled your card from the Crystal Ally cards. And we have Chrysicola, Sacred Sound. Sacred Sounds. This card is talking about how music and noise, and not noise per se, but you know what I'm saying, that there will be rhythms and things that you hear that are going to indeed be helpful to you in this moment, in this month. So put in those earbuds. That's what those look like, is earbuds. They're actually not earbuds. They're probably musical notes. But go ahead and put them in and let that be a calming thing for you. Let music be your calmer. Because Pisces, we are looking at an interesting month. Like I said, technical difficulties. So I have all the cards laid out for you for this month. They're all in front of me. And I can tell you that the blockages you have all month are going to be kind of a drag. Sorry. But you've got a lot of things happening. All right. The personal message from my guides is to let you know that you are indeed having a lot of new beginnings, and those new beginnings are coming at an interesting cost for you. They will have there will be stops and starts. There will be blockages. Whenever we get going in the right direction, if we start to build momentum, something interesting happens. Roadblocks, things that make us stop dead in our tracks and frustrate us and make us crazy. That's how we know we're getting somewhere. So even as we're pushing ourselves forward in a certain thing, and then somehow we just take 2 steps back, right? So 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's normal, it's appropriate, it's what's going on. One of the reasons we're here in this situation is that I am still on location. I am not at home yet. I will finish these videos at home, but yes, indeed, we are here on location, and I really wanted you to be able to see the cards up close and really get to see them and all their details. When we are far away, you cannot see them. So here I am. Let us go ahead and dig into December 31st through January 6th. All right. The first week of the month in January is talking about you are genuinely in transformation mode. So this is going to be a time when everything is changing. Everything is moving around, and things may be falling apart so they can fall together. You know what I'm saying? There's a little tower action in this card. Just in that things have to reconfigure completely by taking themselves from that side to something else, right? Becoming something else. Be aware of that. Be prepared for that kind of discomfort, and know that this particular week, there's absolutely no new beginnings, okay? So you're maybe in the planning stages, you're thinking about what's coming, you're considering ideas, but you're not actually jumping on anything, okay? So let that be okay. Don't be mad. Just know that it's not time yet, all right? And because we're supposed to be starting things, yes, the message for all signs this month is that we should get going, right? Get going. Whether it's a new workout, a new diets, new workouts, new jobs, new situations, all of these things are featured as possible new beginnings for us, and getting started, getting going, moving along. Everything that we've been planning up until now, we can move forward on now. Okay. But like we said, this particular week, not so much. So we're in the planning stages and whatnot. and temptation will be on point. Remember that if you want to have, this is like the cheat week before you get onto that new diet. So if temptation calls, you don't have to not listen, right? You will. Let's talk about the next week, January 7th through the 13th. We have power. So you are going to be in charge of what's going on around you. Perfect. We love that for you. You enjoy it yourself, but you need to be cautious because we want to make sure that you aren't the animal, but you are the man. Okay? The man comes at power with wisdom. The animal comes at it with intensity. And we want you to be careful with your intensity, Pisces, because when you come at things with your intensity, all kinds of things can happen and unintentional things happen. So we want to make sure that you're trying not to make unintentional things happen. Awareness is key, but of course it's also blocked. Frustration. Okay, so you might want to have a partner in crime that will help you see when you're doing things that are going to make bigger problems. Okay, so be careful with your power so that you don't make things worse. All right, your third eye chakra is open and wants to help out. Okay, so if you can look at it from your third eye, maybe you'll see the joy and the wonder of each individual that you're working with for what they have to offer, even if they aren't necessarily. It's like having a little kid who's trying to help you in the garden, right? They're they got a little bucket and a shovel and they're just moving things around, and of course they're not helping, but they're just so joyful in the moment that it's like, okay, cool, whatever. It doesn't matter what they do. They don't have to be useful in that one way, but what they bring you is the joy. They're instilling in you, while you're moving buckets of rocks, they're instilling in you, there's joy in the garden. And if you can grab hold of that joy with that little kid energy, that will help you. See, the third eye, looking at it from your third eye, you do what you want to do, but don't yell at the little kid for being a little kid, right? All right. So now we have this one here, which is obstacles and challenges. This is, of course, the week of the 14th through the 20th. So new challenges are coming at you. You're feeling a little frustrated and irritated. So yeah, but you thrive. You can make new plans. You can create new stuff. You can come up with ideas and be that creative self that you are. Your crown chakra is blocked, so you're not going to be receiving any notes from above. Okay, no notes from above. You're sort of in this place with obstacles and challenges, but no brilliant ideas coming from the others. There is conflict and defeat. Conflict and defeat showing up as your solution, interestingly enough. It tells me that while things may not be going swimmingly, you have options and you have choices. So you can choose to look at what's going on as conflict or defeat, or you can look at it as an obstacle, right? Obstacles and challenges versus conflict and defeat. So these are two of the same thing, right? Think of it as these are the same card, looking at it one from one point of view and one from another point of view. This is from the body's point of view. You're thinking, defeat, blah. And this one here's from your third eye. You're seeing as obstacles and challenges. So yeah, there's a way of seeing things as in a better way. And look at all the wonderful little bits of inspiration you have coming to help you work on solving this. We want you not to go here. Don't settle into this place of conflict and defeat. People are telling me I can't, and so I can't. Don't let other people's point of view, negative thinking, influence your dream, okay? Just because there are obstacles and challenges doesn't mean it's not possible. You just have to look at it from a new point of view. And when you find your answers, it will be helpful, okay? You will find yourself the very next week on the 21st through the 27th entering the waiting game. You will not be able to move forward immediately with what you want to do. Okay, I know we talked about new beginnings and stuff, but you are definitely having a stops and starts kind of week, a month. The reality of this stops and starts speaks to me of, we talked about resistance. When you hit resistance, there's something good is coming, okay? So know that and understand that, all right? We're in the waiting game this week, the 21st through the 27th. There will not be any recognition or reward, okay? So there's not going to be any bows taken, certificates offered, no breakthroughs, all right? So I'm sorry, but you are in a waiting game. It means that maybe you'll get this in another week, okay? Maybe. There will be something. The sacrifice is your solution for this week, meaning that there might be something you just need to give up on or let go of. It might be physical stuff, a way of thinking, a relationship that no longer works, or even a job that doesn't work anymore. So you will have to let something go. And what you're sacrificing was good at one time and had really nice things about it. These are flowers in the clouds. I mean, really? I know it's hard to imagine that as a sacrifice, but at the same time, maybe she's like the lady we're sacrificing to King Kong, right? All dressed in white. But at the same time, hey, this is a possibility of realizing that what you're sacrificing, while it used to be beautiful and wonderful, maybe it's not anymore. Okay? So release with joy and understanding that on the other side is good stuff. Okay? All right. Now, that wasn't a fantastic week for you. I'm sorry to say. Pisces, that was not the greatest week of all time. We're looking now into January 28th through February 3rd. And because that was a tough week, you're going to take a little break. You're going to take a little hermit moment and do some emotional withdrawal. And I'm not mad about that at all. I think you need a break. You need to take a moment off by yourself, go for a hike, be by yourself, take an animal with you if need to. It's a good way to stay connected one way or t'other. Connected to the joy that's true and right. When you take your emotional withdrawal day and your little break, don't forget to take some music with you so you feel connected. And you feel like you can pull yourself out of the doldrum there. The area where you're blocked, material and spiritual prosperity. So there's no big payout right now. No big payout this week. Okay. We're still looking at the possibilities though, because you can look out over an orchard while nothing is growing or while nothing is actually fruiting and still see what's there. You can see the potential. And there is potential out in front, even though it's blocked. Okay? So keep your eye on the potential out there. All right? That's what's going on. Harvest is blocked, but that's it. Okay? Potential is not. Patience. One more time. We're still watching. This is your solution. Sit tight. It's winter. You're not going to be harvesting anything during the winter. All right? So unless you planned for it and you had a winter garden. This is about being patient and knowing that the things that you're working on will come through later. And you're getting yourself ready for that. And you're planning accordingly. Okay? So breathe. Understand where you're at. And do the things you must. But be patient with yourself as well as others. Okay? Because the people around you are also going through what you're going through you. And how you present yourself to others is going to be a big deal. Okay? So they will all be getting whatever you're giving. And hopefully you're giving something that's pleasant, even though it's frustrating. Okay? Remember that as you go through this, you want to stay involved with your music, your chrysocolla, and the music that it brings, all right? That will help. The sacred sounds. I'm going to go ahead and save these cards off to one side so that we can go in deep on the first week of this month. I do appreciate you being here and your patience. I know it's a very interesting month for you so far. All right, so I have these cards, which are pre-programmed for you. They're the Alleyman's Tarot. You're going to really like them when I show you up close because they are really interesting. Let me go ahead and lay out some more cards for you. And we will see what we have. All right, so we were talking before for the first week of January, December 31st through January 6th, transformation, right? We were talking about how things were changing for you and how everything is interesting. So we have I call it the Ace of Xylophones. Kind of fun. And yes, what? Sacred sound? Yeah, we have sacred sound here also. So sacred sound is also on tap. No wonder we have the Ace of Xylophones here. This card is really about flexibility. It's about staying clear and listening for the messages that are coming to you. So I want you to pay attention while you're transforming to who you're becoming and what you're feeling and how you're presenting yourself. What messages are you receiving during your transformation? It's not just you just sit around in a cocoon where nobody can hear. You can't hear anything. You can hear right through that wall, okay? So while you're in there working on yourself, you're hearing everybody else doing stuff. What are you hearing? What's coming through? Are people anxiously awaiting you coming out and being part of again? Deconsecration. Yeah. So here's deconsecration. This is an interesting card. I can honestly say I don't think I've seen it yet. And this card is speaking about how there's a lot of destruction around this person. Something broke. There's a bell on the ground. Mushrooms. This caped person wearing bells and other bells on the ground. And he's carrying a censer, like a pope carries. He's got a censer in his hands right there. This card's showing me this person who is, even though they've deconsecrated the space, they've made it less sacred. There's a wish and a drive to make it more sacred. Isn't that interesting? Huh. So transformation is tough, and you're transforming some things, and things are going through the dirty part of transformation, whether it's maybe rebuilding a kitchen, right? Oh boy, that gets dirty real fast. Listening for the messages that are coming to you about that. That's going to be helpful in your transformation, right? But always trying to keep it sacred. Keep it good. Keep the music going while you're in there doing that dirty work. And try and clean up as you go, right? That way it keeps it easier for the major cleanup later. All right? But don't be mad that you have to break things down before you can build them back up. That's part of transformation, okay? So we said new beginnings are blocked, and we aren't wrong, okay? So we aren't ready to use the kitchen. We're still breaking it apart and getting ready to. We're doing demo day, demo for the week, which means we're eating out. We're doing those things, but it's all got good stuff coming around the bend. The Two of Wands. This is the Two of Wands talking about how doorways opening, opportunities to travel, to move. You can tell because he's got the staff for walking, right? He's also got a backpack. That's helpful. He's also got a map. Fabulous. So this is very much so about being prepared, plotting and planning your course, getting ready. So we have new beginnings. Huh. She's got a map she's standing on. She's got a staff and she's got a bag. So we've got two cards basically saying the same thing. New beginnings and travel are blocked currently, but you're plotting and planning where you want to go. Very nice. And new information will also block you. So we have the letter. The letter. This card is talking about how I feel like there's good news inside this message that will set you free in a way, but you know it's getting to you very slowly. It isn't coming very quickly. It's not coming to you cleanly. All right. I feel like it's still in transit. It hasn't arrived yet, but there is a message coming. So don't be alarmed about it. Okay. And we talked about temptation and allowing yourself to give into a little bit of temptation before you start working on your new beginning. Okay. So yeah, a little chocolate before the diet begins. If the transformation is the kitchen, you can dream the big dreams in the store while you're looking at the beautiful sinks and opportunities and possibilities about what you're going to do for real. You don't have to do everything, but you can enjoy tempting yourself, right? And this card here, very much the Fool. Interesting. New beginnings, starting, getting going. Huzzah! Well, it's blocked and now it's not blocked. It's so confusing, right? So how can you have both? Well, I think different areas of your life are going to be opening up while others are not, okay? So just keep that in mind, that by the light of day, yeah, things will come to you during the day. Deconsecration happens at night, but new information will be coming during the day, all right? This is Degas. Day, awakening, illumination, and hope. So we have hope coming to you. That's wonderful news. And hope springs eternal, of course. And I want this for you very much. I want you to sit in hope as we get going in this situation. So there will be new beginnings in spite of your endings, all right? So these things are happening, all right? I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of cards. I'd like to go a little deeper on the letter and deconsecration and see if there's any new information for you, Pisces. All right, let's add a couple of cards. One for deconsecration. And we'll pull one for the letter. All right, so transformation and messages coming, and deconsecration. Deconsecration, rebuild. We got rebuild. Well, that place got trashed, so you got to rebuild. But we knew that we had to go through demo day to get to this place, right? So this is good news. And if this has something to do with not construction and it's about you taking apart some part of who you are or how you are in the world and rebuilding yourself, just know that you're on the right path, okay? Don't be upset. I know it feels awkward and strange, but you'll be all right, okay? Now we have the new beginnings and the Two of Wands, very much similar cards, right? And we had the letter. We wanted to clarify the letter because it was interesting, but we needed more information. Awaiting results. Haha. So now we know what's in the letter. We're going to get results that we needed in the letter. So this might be news from your doctor. This might be news otherwise that we've been like holding our breath. We've been waiting on this information so that we could proceed. So we've been trying to make plans and trying to get ready to go. But we're like waiting for the information from the doctor or whatever, awaiting results. It doesn't have to be results. It could be test results for having, I took a test to become a contractor, or I took a test to become certified in something, and we're waiting for that information so that we can move forward, because without the number, we can't go anywhere. All right. This is excellent news. Very good for you. And I'm very happy to see that for you. And of course, temptation will come to you. Someone's going to say, hey, come on, let's just do this job. I know you don't have your license yet, but come on. And you're like, wait. And you might go ahead and get started. You might go ahead and say, you're a friend. I think I can trust that you're not going to turn me in if things go a little sideways. So I'm going to go ahead and try this. Cool. There will be a situation where, hope will be there, and you'll be able to charge, you'll be able to take care of things, and yay, get your business license, get your bondedness, and I know too much. So please enjoy where this lands for you, Pisces. We will talk next about the 7th through the 13th. Do like and subscribe. It's completely free. And I would love to have you comment below and help the algorithm along and help me figure out where things are going and how you're perceiving all of this. I appreciate you all so much. We'll talk next week. Thank you.